Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bait Shop. I am Chad from Fields to Water. We've got my esteemed colleague and co-host, Freddie's Outdoor Adventures. We brought along the bump. We're going to call them the bumper pads. Wait, that don't sound right.
No.
No.
Try again.
We've got the bus driver, Jeremy DeFore of Creole Catfishing, Chris from Hooks and Hammocks, and Bobcat, the bumping master. Man, you're trying to
say that three
psychological warfare, guys.
Psychological warfare already.
I feel out of place.
Who are you talking about? We're going to talk about how out of place you are. Well, I wasn't going to. They're going to. They're going to make fun of you. And here in a minute, I'm just going to turn them loose on you here in a minute.
That's fine. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I don't know who was first or second. Do what?
I said Chris should be able to just sit to the side and watch Bobcat and Jeremy go at it for a few minutes.
Should be very interesting. But I don't know who was first or second, but Avid was third. We got Mike Sampson, Minnow Dunkers. We've got 922 Barbecue. Making me think of did I show you, Jeremy, that I got a whole thing of barbecue wings sitting right here next to me? I just want to make sure I reminded you of that.
I got
Mike
that.
Irvin, Carmel Muncie, Don R, the great, and somebody I respect so much, James Kirkpatrick.
I see Uncle Jeep.
Until I see Facebook, apparently. We got
Jose's Catfishing. And there's the wonderful Lizabella Kirkpatrick.
We've got Miss Cindy Stokes. We got Josh the Weekend Angler. Sean Abney. Big Mike. Troy from Real and Virtual Outdoors. PA Catfish Seeker. We got Paul Boyd. Rod Knockers Fishing. I missed one up here. I just seen it. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Mr. Tolley. Whisker Dreams.
Lance McCool guy, the Hawaiian fisherman.
Lance McCool guy. I muted you, Bobcat. There we go. You're noisy.
And the wonderful, lovely Dee is in the house.
She is pretty amazing. I love her. I've just seen somebody else. I've seen somebody else.
White Man Curtis, and I've seen Greenwell said he'll be in the basement here shortly.
Bumpin' Mike Greenwell. From what I understand, the reason he did not show up to the beginning of this live stream per Bobcat, Chris, and Jeremy is because he's already scared and on the run. Just saying.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Probably.
I did.
And I see LG Bass and Justin's Fishing Fetish has joined us.
Oh, and the sweet Miss Lizabella Kirkpatrick.
I said it first.
Oh, did you? I wasn't listening.
I know. You never do.
Huh?
I'm gonna be in Mike's boat. You can't say things like that about me.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Chris never said anything like that.
Yeah.
Boys, we've got now a week and 1 day and about 12 hours. And we're going to be bumping like it's hot.
Yes.
Oh, Lord. What a term.
Bumping like it's hot. Yeah, I mean, come on. Bumping for biggins. I mean, I'm just like, I've got all kinds of cool terms. I mean, it's because I'm so young.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right. And so,
I believe wait a minute. No, I think Jeremy's the baby on the screen.
What month were you born, Chad?
December of 81.
Nope, you're the baby. I'm older than you.
Yes. I will respect my elders. I promise.
Couple of months, but I got you beat.
I couldn't remember if it was before or after mine. So it was nice to know that I am leading the charge with all these great and fine, wonderful elder bumpmen.
Bump, man.
Did you just make that up?
Bump.
I make all this crap up as I go. I don't know what I'm saying half the time,
Wow.
but I am already doing so much better tonight than I started last week, as I was in a tent holding it down as Freddie's laughing at me as he's catching fish, and I'm sitting there trying to hold a like 10 by 10 tent that was set up to try to block the wind that really was just turned out to kind of be like a parachute like type deal. So you about saw me take off across the lake. So
Yeah.
So who's ready for some bumping now?
I'm just
All right,
excited to have the opportunity to catch one bumping. It's going to be bumptastic.
Oh,
All kinds of new words coming out. Bumptastic. I like it, Chris.
I'm feeling quite bumpity myself.
Man.
Oh, God. Here we go. And I see Matt from Wannabe Outdoors and Alana's Catfishing Adventure.
Hi, Honolulu. I love your face.
She's on break at work and
Hey.
tuning in to watch you, Chad.
Hey, Matt, check this out, Matt.
Oh, we're already checking something out. What in the world? I'm not going to say what I thought it was.
A bumping streak.
Yeah.
Sure, it looked like you had a big old streak down the.
Yeah.
I probably did. Bumping straight.
He done bumped his pants.
Been there, done that.
Me
Oh,
too.
wow.
But Uncle Chief says, "Say no to crack." Oh man, I cannot wait for the bumping for biggins. I've had this idea for quite a long time, and it is my good friend and the most masterful bumper that he says he is. Roger will also is supposed to be in this.
Wait, Chad, wait. Uncle Lou's in the house. Just want to say he said his service stinks, but we want to make sure we give a shout out to Uncle Lou.
Absolutely. So he is the one and only Uncle Lou bumping rod. Is anybody fishing with an Uncle Lou bumping rod? So we've got two. Oh yeah. So we've got two favorites right now to win if they can beat Uncle Lou, because I mean he is a masterful bumper.
Oh, there he is.
We're going to call him Bumple Lou for this tournament.
Bump. Oh, we got to see the look at Papal and
Look, you want to say hey?
Sure.
Look that way. Chucky monkey. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
What are you doing?
so cute. And you know what's really funny, Freddie?
What? He's got more hair than me?
No, I saw you hold Christians like that down at Wiley.
Whatever.
They're like the same size. Remember when you was helping him out of the boat?
I was helping him out of the boat, and I was holding him almost exactly like this a couple times.
Come here. Come here. Y'all want to see my baby? Here's my baby. Yeah, I will.
No. Justin says y'all a bunch of bumperholics.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
He's been pussy today.
Got Patriot James in here. Got Goober Time TV. And James, I will apologize. I was watching your show, but I was actually watching the back of my eyelids while it was on TV last night. So I missed last night. That's why I never said hi.
What's up, Dan?
All right. I think Uncle Lou says I think I'll try one of my rods if Mindy will buy it for me. Wait a minute.
Greenwell's
He said
confused
she will.
between chat and texting his wife. He accidentally put his text in chat.
Uh-oh.
That could be dangerous.
You gonna make me
Better
back
be
up?
careful with that, sir. All right, so we've got some different
Yep, I see it.
seasoned anglers. What would we see?
Nothing.
What? I got Boogie?
No.
Oh, okay. What's up, Jacob? Michelle, it's all mine. We've got some different levels of anglers. And when I say that, I mean how long they have been bumping. So I'm going to start from the beginning here, as on the screen at least, because I know that Chris is a beginner bumper.
I have approximately 1 hour of bumping experience.
All right, so when Chris whoops you all get to have your bumping card taken from you.
Mm.
Chris will be happy to catch a fish, Muppet.
So, Chris, what inspired you to bump? To learn how to start bumping?
Well, I mean, I've watched Bob do it. I've watched Greenwell do it. It just looks exciting. You know, you've got that rod in your hand.
You like that,
And when
don't you?
that fish hits it, oh, yeah, I like it.
Stop it, Chad.
Hey, this is the bait
Family
shop.
show.
Oh,
I mean, you know, it's the excitement of it. You got, you know, instead of watching the rod, you're actually holding on to it, and
You're just taking it.
I'm just going to keep doing it.
Just keep doing it. Anyway, all right. Well, we've got another that just joined us, and I'm going to call him out on screen right here, right now, pal.
oh, look at him.
You talk the smack about me putting on this tournament, and then your little ass, you joined it. I love it. I'm glad to have you. Muskrat Adventures, Mr. Roger. What's going on, buddy?
There's Roger.
What's up, everybody?
I'm
still trying to figure out what the hell you're doing putting on a bumping tournament and you don't know the first thing about bumping.
Well, maybe because this is YouTube and the internet, you really don't have to have a clue what you're doing. And I want to learn. Honestly, I had this idea for the tournament a long time ago. And for two reasons. One, I can't find anybody to teach me how to bump, even though they say they will. Roger. Two, why not put some of the best bumpers in the community on the screen, and I can sit and watch and ask questions and tell them they're doing it wrong, and they can tell me, shut up, you don't know how to bump. I mean, really, right? I mean...
Yeah.
You just need to hush because you don't even know how to fish. Be honest.
Yeah, so
I taught him everything I know in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so he's going to bug us while we're catching fish.
Yeah.
That's basically what's going to happen.
Yeah. Can you explain that rig to me and why exactly you tie the sinker to that side of the swivel instead of the other?
I'm staying out of this one.
May 28th, we will have, so not this coming Saturday, but the following, Memorial Day weekend Saturday, we will have the Bumping for Biggins, and we have a great cast of people that want to fish this. So we've got, Roger, do you have anybody fishing with you?
I don't have any idea what we're doing just yet.
Okay. So Roger may have somebody else on the boat with him, hopefully.
Yeah, it might be me and Zach. It could be all three of us, depending on the week, depending on Skip's schedule.
Just let me know. I definitely want something. So we've got Bumping Mike Greenwell and Chris from Hooks and Hammocks. So they're all going to be fishing individual. It's an individual tournament, but they will be on the same boat fishing against each other. We've got Uncle Lou. We've got Bobcat. Bobcat, you got anybody fishing with you? Daryl? Matt said he'll come down.
Bobcat's muted.
He's muted.
I'm sorry. He's muted. He's eating. He's cooking his dinner.
Sorry. I'll probably get somebody with me for sure.
All right. If you add anybody, just let me know. And if they want to be a part of it, that's fine. They're still an individual, but I like having all kinds of people.
Right now, there's a wheel outside of his door, like the DMV. Just pull a number, a little tab.
Oh, really? You got one of the little tab pullers, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. This last weekend was my weekend. So
yeah, I did see you guys out there together. I've seen some pictures and stuff, a little bit of video. I did tune into yours, Roger, and Daryl's when you guys were doing the Demon Dragon thing. I came into both of them for a minute there, and then I was like, they're going to hit me with the lure, and I left. Chris, calm down.
Doing the Demon Dragon thing. What are you talking about?
When y'all were trying to get the Demon Dragon into the bucket.
Oh,
the Demon Dragon challenge.
Yeah. Was that fun or what?
It looked fun.
More fun than I thought it'd be.
Well, once you started nailing it, that was fun for you. I was still walking around pouting, kicking rocks and stuff.
I got 8 or 9 times or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobcat, we got a request to see your shirt again.
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
I don't know who keeps coming up with this stuff.
Bumping
Bump and
free.
with a big stain down the back. It's okay.
I'm just glad we got the
Yes,
solar
sir.
layout this time because the last time it looked brown.
The
Yeah.
chair's
Now we
wet.
can at least tell it's a sweat stain.
The chair's wet, guys.
Who else
Come
do we
on.
got here? We've got let's see, we got Bumping Mike Weirdo. We have Josh Dunnigan and potentially Jerry, depending on outside life. He may or may not still be doing it. He is going to let us know. We got the bus driver, Jeremy DeFore, and one that you all don't even want to mess with. He's probably going to be my favorite in this tournament, Gabe DeFore.
It's pretty hot here, Kevin. About 95 today.
Oof. It's going to be
Yeah.
92 here tomorrow.
Yeah. Summer has arrived.
Yeah.
Trying to think who I'm missing. Dustin Nichols will be also in this. I need to get with them and make sure that they're okay with StreamYard and know how all that works. But they're not a YouTuber, or if they've never used StreamYard. Who am I missing, Jeremy?
Can you teach me how to do that StreamYard stuff?
I've taught you so much more. You've already surpassed the master, and you're now catching 90-pound fish. So I don't want to hear your pace. Hear your pace no more.
Uncle Lou's still bumping in this with us?
Yeah, Uncle Lou's going to be in this one with us. As far unless something changes, obviously between now and then, we never know what may or may not happen. Hopefully, everybody will have good weather or all that kind of stuff and be able to stay in it. But the coveted prize will be a Uncle Lou bumping rod.
I need to know.
Nice.
I'm going for my brother Creoles.
Wow,
You're working on it. I like that.
you definitely got.
Yeah.
I think you got it down right now.
You see how easy it is for that to happen now. See,
No, I earned it, man. I put in a lot of time.
there you go. And you're saying I didn't?
Oh no, I'm saying it's not easy.
Careful. It's not. Hey, it's not easy.
It's not
Yeah.
easy.
Troy, so it's May 28th, and it will be a bumping only tournament. Anglers can use one rod at a time. Obviously, they can have backups in case something happens and they need it. Because Chris is going to do just that. Him and I can just see him and Roger out there like doing this little dance and stuff.
Wait,
So,
how did I get?
What?
I know what I'm doing.
Sure you do.
That's Bobcat. We was bumping 1 ounce the other night.
Me and Bobcat called me after. He's like, "Man, them Ohio boys are weird. He's out here fly fishing with that daggone thing."
Hey, if you can bump with an ounce and a half, you're doing good.
Jeremy, do you think you could bounce with 1.5 ounces?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Yeah.
I've never done it. I don't know. It would. I promise you would never touch bottom anywhere around my house.
Hey,
Yeah.
and 6 foot of water, Jeremy.
6
6
feet.
foot of water.
5 at times.
Yeah.
Dude, I have my
Yeah,
shallow
good for
water
shallow.
alarm set at 8 foot on my boat. And y'all are fishing in 6? Jesus. Y'all are
We're
wild.
fishing- catching fish in 6 foot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as they
You put,
look
a,
up,
you
they
put
come right
you put
to the
a
surface.
0 on that, and you're starting to get to where I fish.
Bobcat caught a good one in 5 foot of water.
Man.
Yeah, I did see a few people in here. I seen my sis Betty Jean Cross in here, thinking about you, dear. You and
Hey,
Brandon.
Betty. Brandon's doing okay. They're too stubborn to sit still.
I did get the a video of him in his gown where he wasn't wearing shorts, and I won't be able to sleep tonight.
I saw the one where he was wearing shorts, and
Yeah.
that's good enough.
I got the behind the scenes, footage.
Nice.
I will say, for a lumberjack, he works out. You can tell he works out. Anyway, moving on.
Whoa,
Um,
whoa.
What?
Too much,
What?
Chad. Too much.
Oh,
Too
okay.
much.
Oh, Dan
Oh my
Greenwich
gosh!
says-
Look, we brought out to the woodworks. I seen fishing with the Mid-South. I've not seen you around, buddy, in a while. I seen Kevin from Palmetto Cats came
Nobody
in.
wants to see what he said on that.
So here's my question for you. Because Bobcat, you had a concern. You had a concern.
What's that?
Did Muskrat show you, since you're talking about using 1.5 ounces and not having, you're talking about concern of current. Do you think that's still going to be the case in a week and a half?
He froze.
I lost you there for a minute. Repeat that.
I'm wondering, you had mentioned.
Repeat that. I froze up.
You there? You got me?
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you fear not having enough current to bump?
Yeah, that's a real concern this time of year. Especially in the morning. But I don't know. We'll do what we can do.
We should be all right down here. I don't know exactly what things will look like between
I was
now and then.
talking to Greenwell today, and it's up in the air down in his area too.
Really? I know we've got some storms coming through today, and I don't know how many in the next week. So I don't know if that'll help anybody up this way or not. But
Yeah,
Jeremy, you never
ago.
seem to have problem with current.
No, I don't. The only problem I have with current is too much of it. I don't ever have a not enough current problem. That's nope.
We'll move us over here, Freddie.
Yeah, move us out the
Mr.
way.
Greenwell.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Mike?
Just in case anybody hasn't seen it yet.
Oh,
Do I get royalties for that?
No. There was no contract signed.
Dan Green Machine said he caught his first fish bumping in 4 foot of water.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to move us to the
His
middle
first
and the
goober
bottom.
bumping 4 foot last week.
What you know about that?
Look at that big old skipjack.
It's Freddie.
It's not me, D. It's Chad.
There is a reason why I put us over there.
I put us down below, so. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. I just thought about it.
Yes, there you go. I'm going to teach you one of these days.
Whatever.
Just like I taught Chris from Hooks and Hammocks everything he knows, and now he is one of the greatest YouTube fishermen of all time.
I don't know what you think you taught me, but
Oh, wow.
How to run out of gas?
I did teach him that. Check your gas gauge before you go out.
yeah.
And I've seen that Tara Blackburn.
Tara's in here? I missed her.
Yes, my BFF is in here, and I have to give her a shout out. She went live for her first time the other day.
Yep.
It was a great live. She did an amazing job. And there's Brian.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Tara, my BFF. You did do a wonderful job, and I was in there at least 1 minute longer than Freddie because I care more.
Big Skip, what's up, buddy?
So where's everybody going to be fishing at or playing at?
Water.
Mike's boat.
Damn.
Wherever Mike takes me.
As of now, we are planning on the Ohio River up towards the Newburgh Dam. If we get more current, we'll go downriver just to make sure to get away from the dam. If no current, we might have to just make a journey.
It'll be Chickamauga, Nickajack, or Watts Bar for me, whichever one has closed.
Well, I was at Wheeler yesterday, and they were running 9,500.
Nice.
That's it?
That's it.
That's what when we went. We took a weekend trip down there, and I wasn't even thinking about checking. And we got down there, and yeah, they were running between like 9,000 and a little over 10. They wouldn't even hit an 11,000. I was like, holy cow!
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Chad,
Not a lot.
Yes, dear.
the easy answer is they're going to be fishing in the water.
Okay.
Unlike
Right.
James Kirkpatrick, who's trying to catch fish in a tree.
Squirrel might be good bait.
You know
Never
they
know.
might.
So Dan from Green Machine, of course, you know he's going to be on the James River.
Oh,
that's
yes,
a
Dan.
shocker, right?
That's who I was missing, guys. I kept asking you guys who am I missing. Dan from Green Machine.
And
He's down
Josh
there
says looks like they might be on the Mississippi if the plan, if everything goes to plan.
Really?
MISS. I don't know how that song goes.
No, Roger did not move to Alabama.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Seems
yet.
like
Thinking
it's
about it
slowly
now.
working his way that way, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually started every time we go down there, we're looking at different areas of properties and where we would like to look. So
I think Rogersville just has a ring to it.
I really think if I move down there, I'm going to have to put in a petition with the city to change the name of that town.
Bobcat.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Telly was taking pictures of houses while we were in Tennessee.
That's right.
Well, you'll be closer
Yeah,
to me,
but-
Chris. That way I can actually fish with you more.
Well,
she's been on
wait,
Zillow,
hold
too.
up, wait a minute. Let's put a pause on. Chris ain't gonna be able to afford these houses that she's taking pictures of. They're like $1.75 million houses.
Yeah, but maybe in the garage.
No, they weren't that expensive, but they're still out of our price range.
Yeah.
She's just getting ideas for when you move down that way. So, like Jeremy's got to build Laura a brand new house. You get to build Telly a house when you move down. See?
There you go.
That's it. Good luck with that.
Nope.
I like it. I think you should just go ahead and give Creel a call after the show and get, maybe get some info on like blueprints and, stuff about building the house.
I'll just put up a cardboard box down there by the river, and she'll be happy.
There you go.
This is true. Telly would be happy with being on the river.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ran out my back porch right here for about $500 a week.
A week?
Got a grill.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
It's a little on the expensive
Got a
side.
grill. Got woods.
I done seen your driveway, Bob. I ain't backing my boat up that driveway.
I don't like backing it up either.
What does everybody have to say to this comment? That Jerry Parker is wanting to bump the hot water discharge chute at Lake Baldwin.
Well, this is bumping for biggins, so that automatically
he
puts
better-
them out, right?
He better use some small
I was
hooks.
going to say, it is the biggest 3 fish weighed, so I'm sure these guys are like, yeah, go to Baldwin.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Get right in there.
All right, so we started with Chris earlier. Let's move on a little bit here. So I couldn't tell you how much time these other gentlemen have bumping. I know Roger's bumped for a while. I know bumping Mike Greenwell's bumped for a while because I gave him his nickname, and I get 50% of all of his revenue off his bumping Mike Greenwell hat. And Creole's been bumping for quite a long time now, and Bobcat's been bumping for a little while.
Well,
So,
Bobcat was about 2 foot taller when he started bumping. You know how you age as you get older, you start shrinking. So that tells you how long he's been bumping. Just saying.
what,
The way to the
my
rod
question to
is-
you guys, what intrigues you, though, about bumping versus other techniques?
Just that initial bang when they hit that rod, man, that adrenaline rush, that's it right there. I mean, the fight is obviously always fun, but that thump when they about rip the rod out of your hand, that's the drug right there.
That is. That's
Chad.
it. That's the injection.
Guys, when I was tournament fishing like crazy, it was just awesome to be able to. Me and Stephen Heiss, if you guys don't know,
Yeah.
he's the one that made me who I am today. But it was awesome for us two to go out and use 2 rods and beat everybody in the tournament and win first place. And we had 2 rods.
Yep.
And I was just everybody go out there with 8 rods in the boat, and that we'd show up. We didn't even have a rod rack on the boat sometimes. We didn't even have a rod rack. We knew we were just going to be out there bumping all day long. We'd have 4 rods. We'd have 2 bumping rods apiece. So that way, if something happened, you just grab the other one and get right back at it.
Man, I wish I would have thought of that. The very first tournament I ever entered, I didn't even have rod holders on my boat yet. And one of the guys on the bank asked me if I was bass fishing. I wish I'd have known what bumping was back then. But like, nah, man, I'm bumping it. And everybody like, dude, we have negative 2.5 current. It's that bad. It was like the middle of August, end of August. There was no current out.
Yeah, which is Shrimp says best technique to cover fast water, and that's right.
Yeah.
A lot of fast water situations that bumping, I think, is the only way you can get a bait down on the bottom and keep it on the
that's
bottom.
me. That's me. That stretch of water that we always bump in, it's impossible to fish it any other way. The current's too fast. The bottom is extremely rocky. I had never fished that terrestrial water before learning how to bump. Now that we've learned how to bump, I can fish it, and y'all seen the fish that have come out of it.
Yeah.
Well, there's another question for you then. What's the learning curve for learning how to bump? How hard is it for folks?
It depends on where you're trying to learn. If you're trying to learn in a 2 mile an hour current, flat, muddy bottom, not much structure, I say the learning curve is about 30 minutes. Now, on the opposite extreme, you come to
That looks
6 mile an
bumperlicious.
hour current in solid revetment and logs. Your learning curve might be a few trips.
Okay.
The other thing to go along with that, Creole, it depends on if you're the co-angler or if you're the captain, because it's a totally different story when you have to control the boat.
Yep, that's
you
right.
got to control the boat and then do and bump at the same time.
Yeah,
it's a totally different story.
Yep, that is true.
Yeah, boat control is probably 80% of the entire equation.
Yeah,
you're really fishing with a trolling motor.
Yeah.
That's what I think me and Zach was talking about that one Thursday night when you guys was on. We're sitting there holding the trolling motor. We got a rod in this hand, the trolling motor in this hand. We're facing this way, but we know if you hit left on the trolling motor, it's going to turn it right. Or if you hit right, it's going to turn it left.
Yeah.
If somebody go out there for the first time and do that, they're going to be going in circles.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Chad, in order for me to take you out, Meldal Dam would be our very best bet.
Yeah.
It has structure down through there, pieces here and there, but for the most part, it's fairly flat, especially up close to the dam. I think it'd be an easy learn there.
Sorry, I get twitchy, and I have flashbacks when you start talking about me and you down at Meldal Dam. Man,
I'll tell you something.
Roger tried to kill me down there.
But did you die?
I did not die, but you tried.
Close.
It was close.
That's another show.
Anyway,
something about bumping for me, especially night bumping at night, when I'm not up above the dam bumping holes, you get into a rhythm with it when you get everything just right, and it's very therapeutic.
Really,
you sit there and just feel the bottom, and you get into a rhythm of it, and I can just sit out there and do it for hours and just be as peaceful and as calm as I can be. Get in find a nice hole and just sit there and find the bottom.
Yeah, we had that conversation the other day. And in my mind, when I'm bumping down through there, my mind turns into a graph. In my mind, I'm making contours of what's going on down there.
Yeah.
And after a while, you kind of put that all together and realize, hey, when I get to these power lines, there's going to be a dip right here, and I need to make sure my bait's on the bottom, be ready.
Yep. Yeah, you learn so much about the bottom of whatever stretch of water you're fishing by bumping it. Especially like Roger said, when you bump the same stretch over and over and over again, you get to learn every big rock, every log, every drop off, everything. You know exactly where everything is.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting. So what's the least amount of current for bumping that you would do? And I have a follow-up question.
It had to at least be a mile and a half an hour.
I was going to say at least a mile and a quarter. I mean, you slow the boat down too much, the trolling motor is going to start pulling you up.
True.
I don't even slow down. I put enough juice on the motor just to keep my boat straight. Outside of that, I just increase my speed.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I've
been testing that lately. Just how low can I go?
I think having a couple drift socks out the back of the boat would help you with that too, because it's going to have more drag on the boat.
Yeah, I thought about trying that, but the section I'm bumping below down is so short that having to keep pulling that drift sock in and out of the boat would be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, if you got the small drifts, I could see it, but sometimes in the river I got like a 5 mile drift I can pull, so throw them out, let it go.
And I have seen the Morgans have joined us, Annette and Chucky.
Hey, Chucky and Annette.
And Mr. Swamp Donkey, Miss Bethany.
Bobcat, our dam is kind of like what we were doing down there, bumping back to the bridge.
Oh.
We could go bumping back.
That is an awesome hat.
Muted.
Chad bought me this hat.
He's gonna be out there. Look now, everybody picture him with his bumping rod next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, with his hat on.
This hat won't be out there.
At the back of Bumping Mike Greenwell's boat, singing "Bump it like it's hot, bump it like it's hot."
This
my
hat
God.
won't be out there.
If he gets too hot, he can go swimming.
When Mike Greenwell takes me out, we bump it like it's hot, bump it like it's hot. Anyway,
No, ain't right.
anyway, back to the question. All right, my bad. Squirrel. Now so when it gets below that, like a half mile an hour current, was like Roger, you know how our water gets. It gets dead in the summertime. Why can you turn the boat around? Because obviously you normally have boat upstream and you're drifting down and bumping behind you, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever, when it gets like that, just turn the boat around like you're dragging it, bumping line as you're going? I'm just wondering. I don't know.
We've tried it. We tried it. We was just calling it reverse bumping just for the crap of it, just to see. And we ended up just turning it into dragging.
There you go.
I mean,
So you turned it into the greatest way of fishing,
oh God,
just because I don't know how to bump yet. Dragging baits.
No.
Yeah. That's the same thing we did. Actually, Bobcat and I, the first day we was up there was even less current. And we turned the boat sideways and just drifted down the river.
Yeah.
Just, drug baits. We threw baits out and just drug them beside the boat, and just whatever the current speed was, that's how fast we were going.
A couple years ago in the Monsters on the Ohio, we fished close to some guys that took 3rd or 4th place, and they actually got over in one of the eddies, spot locked, and put as light as sinker as they could and walked it back till it wouldn't walk no more, and then just put it in the rod holder. Grabbed another rod, bounced it all the way back till it wouldn't go no more, put it in the rod holder. They did that to I think the 5 rods, and then they ended up with like 104 pounds total in their 5 fish.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's real
See,
good.
that's
I
how,
let
that's how
everybody know
Gabe
I've
and
got
I had hooked that monster on that live stream. That's what we were doing. We had spot locked in an eddy, and I was bouncing that bait down those rocks in a deep hole, and that's when I hooked that big one that I never could get up.
Yeah.
That day that Jake caught that monster that he caught, there was
92?
there was like a shelf in the bottom of the river. Every time we bumped some baits down into that shelf, it was like a sideways or a backwards ledge. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It would go down and it would come back up. It was like 30 foot. Every time we would hit that, we would catch a fish. And just so happened that last drift through there, he snagged that freaking monster.
Yeah, and that kind of leads me back to the question. What a lot of folks will say, the big fish, run the other fish off. Once you catch a big fish in a spot, you're better off just to pull up and move on because there's only one dominant fish holding that area. And I hear too many people catching big fish at, I had this conversation with Doc Lang the other day because he told me that's in a tournament. If they catch a big fish, they reel them up and go. But then he also told me stories where they had caught like a 60 and a 70 at the same time on the same. I'm like, well, what, that debunks your theory of only one big fish in an area.
Well, that's what I was going to ask because I have heard several times of pairs, running in pairs and stuff like that. And I'm starting to see it a little bit here and there. You catch like those channel casts we catch. You catch like a 18 and a 20 right around the same area, right? And nothing else around it. And then obviously Chris could only catch one 90-pounder. He couldn't catch the other one because he still hasn't mastered it yet. But
left.
It's like I got that one, it was done. But yeah, I've heard normally like pairs though. So I was wondering that same thing.
Well, I mean, the same thing with us. Last year, it was with my brother and I. We caught a 48 and 253s within about an hour of each other. Now it was on each separate passes, but it was in the same trough, same drop off.
Really?
They were hanging out there together, and I've caught Now, usually for me, if I catch a real big one bumping, it's the first one. It's like I'll catch a big one first, and then I'll say smaller 20s and 30s will come right after that. But the big ones are always the first one I catch. I don't know why.
Well, that same day, the first pass through there, we doubled up on a 23 27.
Mm-hmm.
And we pulled up, we did it again, and I hooked into a 43. He hooked into a 25-pound flathead.
There
And
you
then
go.
on that last drift we did, that's when he banged that big boy in.
Ooh.
And we just kept opening the live well and looking, and we had to go ahead and go weigh in.
Yeah.
164 pounds in 4 tournament whale fish because we couldn't find a fifth small one.
That's good. That's over a 40-pound average. That's good.
Take it.
Hey, we're gonna.
Sure, got that right. And yeah, Mark, I seen your supposed wow. Sorry, all I did was get ready to talk, and all I see is Roger's eyes.
It's kind of scary.
It is kind of scary. Anyway, but
you ought to have that checked out, Roger.
It was low.
Just saying.
I took Roger completely off the screen.
Out. Wow.
There we go. Oh, now he's in the bottom. I feel bad. Chris, back down there.
The new guy at the bottom. Yeah, that's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the new guy at the bottom.
I don't know. The new guy's been whooping all of our butts this year, so I don't know why
He's doing pretty
he's on the
good.
bottom.
He's doing pretty good so far this year.
I just hope we can keep catching fish. That's all.
Yep.
Well, here I'll ask each of you and see if you all give the same answer. And I'm not asking Chris.
I just want you to know how addicting the bumping has got to be. I remember after that tournament we did, Creole was in there on Catfish Weekly asking a bunch of questions, and I was trying to answer the best I could.
Yeah.
And that was just, 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was 2 years
and now
ago.
look at him. He's, he's a bumping freak.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, because it's like I said, I knew there was big fish in that stretch, but we couldn't fish it. So I was desperate to learn to fish that stretch of water, and that's been curtains ever since.
Yep, it is addicting. I get sad and depressed when I don't have enough water to dam the bump.
I don't know. I do like to suspend drift and watching them takedowns, but there's nothing like having the rod in your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You get to feel the takedown with the bump.
Yeah.
Feel the takedown.
In fact, I'm going to show off being as Mark is in here, but that one right there. I
wouldn't give you solo until you said something about that.
That one bumping basically won me this cup right here, because that whole 1 versus 1, I bumped. Well, I bumped some every day. Every time I fished it, I was bumping.
Yeah, that was the first cup, right?
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah, you don't need to show the new
second one right here.
No, you don't need to show that one. That one don't need to come out.
Just to be sure now. I mean, hang on a second. Just so y'all know who y'all dealing with, okay?
Hold on, let's show the man. Let's show him this is what y'all are in store for.
There's only one difference from then until now. We got warm water now.
Yeah, you don't have a wheel to deal
38
with.
degrees then.
Yeah, you don't have a wheel to deal with this time, Mike.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to bring it up that Mike Greenwell's in this is because we all felt sorry for him. Took a vote and decided to let him in first. So
that's right.
So we didn't do the wheel. We were going to do a wheel for the first person out, and because we knew that would be the first time he ever got picked.
Yeah, Brian don't like that first cup. Brian don't like the first one, and Freddie don't like the second one. So what you want me to do?
I like them both because you know, as your friend that didn't get to make it because the tournament dictator, made these false accusations that I lost on certain days, and didn't get to face you. I was proud to see a friend of mine like you win, not Brian B.
What about this year?
Chad, how far away is your camera from your face? I
Not
just want to
far
make sure
enough.
your nose doesn't hit your camera when it grows. I just want to be sure.
Well, hey Freddie, can you show everybody what you showed me before
Whoa,
the
whoa,
live
whoa.
stream on the work that you've been doing that you said was for me?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me find the right one first. Oh, this one right here. Ugh, I got a whole bunch of them, but this one's for Chad.
Yeah, I thought we were friends. So other than yourselves, who is your pick to win it?
The rookie.
Don't forget, there's people that aren't on here.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can. I mean, Dan's new to bumping, but Dan knows how to catch monsters. So
That is true.
Yeah, Dan
You
called
also-
one of his goobers the other day bumping. In fact,
I got a feeling it could also be somebody that's not on the screen right now. Because, like I said, we got Dan,
Mm-hmm.
we got Uncle Lou, we've got Dunnigan and Parker. They just said that they may fish the Mississippi. And
How
I'm
much
telling
bumping
you,
have they done? I don't know
not,
them.
not much, but you never know. They could get lucky down here in Mississippi. I'm just saying.
A lot of
That's-
good fish in Mississippi.
That's jumping in the deep end right there.
Yeah.
the good thing for everybody in the tournament is it's not on Mark's channel, so they got a chance. Because if it's on Mark's channel and Creole's in it, it's hard to beat him.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's like him and Mark have some kind of agreement or something, but whatever. But there's also a young man that, like I said, that you guys don't know of because he's really, you might be friends with him on Facebook, but Dustin Nichols. And I have seen some of the fish that man catches. So I have a suspicion that we are going to see some really good fish on May 28th. What are you laughing at?
What's up, Danny Stone?
Oh,
Daryl
Dave.
says Bobcat's chewing on his ego.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll be so deep in the spawn by then. I don't know, man.
You think
I
so?
hope something happens. Yeah.
Hey, water temperature.
That's the one thing that concerns me is how deep into the spawn we're going to be in another 10 days or whatever it is.
I know
Maybe
the
I should
area
have
where
gotten this
Josh
thing.
is gonna go
My
fish.
spawn started like a week ago. Ours has been on spawn for a week now.
Water temperature on Wilson was 83 degrees when I got there on Sunday.
Wow.
Now we had a storm that knocked it down to 77, but it's still right there around 80 degrees.
Wow.
And we caught on Saturday, we caught 19 fish in 3 hours. And I don't know how many fish we caught today. No fish had a single mark on them. No mark at all. Any sign of spawn whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
See,
we
that's
just,
what trying to come up with when, right? Because obviously I've between vacations and all that kind of stuff, and trying to figure out when to put this on, and Uncle Lou, some of that area up there, they're going to have colder water versus what you're saying, like 80 something degree water, right? Yep. And that's one of the things about YouTube is you could put on a tournament now, and some people will have 30 different water temperature than the others. But what do you do, right? Some of us, we could have probably bumped a month and a half ago, done the tournament, and it would have been crazy, while others still would have had ice, right? So hard to choose when.
Look how Winter Blues turned out. Here we were fishing in almost in t-shirts, and poor J-Dog was fixing to freeze to death. Where he was fishing, it was crazy.
Exactly.
Big difference.
I should have gave J-Dog bonus points. Now, thanks for that. I'll have to think about that when J-Dog fishes like that, because he did. He was tromping through mud and everything else, man, to get through that.
You could do some kind of scale where the lower the temperature, the higher the points
That's
you start
right.
out with.
You have
y'all ain't doing that to me.
Have a temp barrier. So every 5 or 10 degrees above freezing that you get negative 5% off of your weight.
You
Oh, your
do
fish
that, and
count.
I'm going to fish it in shorts and a Hawaiian shirt next year, just to drive the point home.
Do it. Whatever.
Psychological warfare.
Dude, if it's below 75, you're freaking wearing a freaking winter suit out there. You're freaking Cajun.
We are a tropical people, man. We ain't used to all that.
I know you are.
Hey, Chad, give it about another 30 days and go down there and see if you want to argue about the temperature.
No. No. Dude, I'm already feeling the heat and humidity here, and I'm like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's getting right swampy here.
Call it the Creole factor. I like that. Oh, wait a minute. Stop the show. Hey, honey, do you have anything you want to say to Sean Chili? Hey, Sean, how you doing? Oh.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Bobcat, you got a rig right there that you can show off, a bumping rig?
Yeah, that's what I was actually fixing to do, is tie something up.
Ought to bump with these hooks just to say I did.
That's a big old hook, but it don't look like a very big gap.
No, that's a very small gap.
Yeah.
That's actually a tuna. It's a 16-aught tuna hook. Big old sucker.
Huh.
Heck no, I ain't even got nothing made up. That's what
What
I was
bumpers
doing.
are you? I bet the rookie has them. Chris, show us your bumping rig.
They're out in the garage.
He'll have it wrong.
Mine's outside.
Whatever.
Look, Don R. 45 degrees here right now, and it's snowed and then rained. So it started out with snow and then rain. So we still got people it's the middle of May. Don's still up in Dakota getting snow. So
that's 96 here today.
Woo!
You can keep all that heat right down there with you. Give me 70s. Take it. Maybe 80s, depending on the humidity.
70s fine.
It was 92 here with 125% humidity.
You can keep that crap too.
Woo. That's underwater, isn't it?
You walk outside, you were underwater pretty much, all sweat.
The thing about these bumping rigs, there are so many different variations you can do and make them your own. As you know, length is always a personal preference. Some guys like them short, some guys like them long. For me, it depends on the terrain. Stop shaking your head, boy.
Stop it, Chad.
The terrain. If you've got steep inclines and declines, in my opinion, you want to run a short leader so that you can get down in all the nooks and crannies instead of sail your bait over.
Yep.
But if you don't have those type of scenarios, myself, I prefer a long leader. I think it gives the bait a more natural presentation, gets it farther away from my sinker. Team Freddie, there you go.
Take that off there.
And then something I did this weekend because we had so little flow was I basically tied my rig like I would normally bump, and then I tied a dropper loop like a Kentucky rig, and then I took it to my swivel so I could run two baits so I get extra pull in that low current. And that was one of the reasons I was able to bump 1.5 ounces, easily and still walk it away from the boat fairly easily. Because I had two baits on there that was create and drag.
You mean you didn't try putting on?
If you want to create a ton of drag, and I know Bobcat and Mike, they can back me up on this one. Take a slicker head, skipjack head, pass the hook through the eyes, in one eye, out the other.
Yep.
When you put it in that current, that mouth is going to open and act like a parachute. You want to create drag, that's a good way to do it.
Yep.
That's right.
Or add a big float to it.
Yeah, add so many floats to it won't sink, right, Bobcat?
Like, dang.
Yeah, I do want to remind everybody here in about 6 minutes to head over when we're done to Panfish Nation. They have Fish Smack Trey on there tonight.
And Bobcat, if you didn't know, we got you blown up so we can watch.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing it. I got tired.
Yeah, everybody's expecting you to show your great bumping rig.
Hey, Bob, where do we get those pink demon dragons? Those are pretty.
Hey, go to demondragons.com and order you about 3 or 4 packs of them and put in at checkout. Bobcat 20. I save 20% on Demon Dragons.
Wow.
Demondragons.com. The pink ones are beautiful.
A party.
These are fresh. They come out of the mail yesterday. There's the orange ones too. Orange and yellow,
I
white.
do like the orange.
Oh, I do like those.
Pink is my favorite. No.
I don't know what they call these.
Goldfish.
Borderline catfishing edition. They're pretty good.
Those are old. Those have been around for a while.
Ow.
I like them.
Hook in the hand. Yep.
So you tying those on instead of just running the line through them?
Yep. I prefer to tie them on.
I was fixing to ask the same question, Chris, because I usually run mine through and put a piece of electrical tape around the middle of it to hold it steady.
Yeah,
Your wife's hair ties work good too.
Now, are you scared that if a big fish hooks on it, it's going to pull that eye out of that dragon?
You will not pull that eye of that. We absolutely just destroyed a demon dragon this weekend. We threw that thing at concrete. We bounced it off the rafters, and I'm going to tell you,
And it held up.
Incredible.
Hundreds of times. It got thrown against the concrete, the brick wall.
Yeah, it was.
And it didn't break until somebody accidentally casted it and hit Roger in the head.
It didn't break even then, even on Roger's head.
Just so everybody knows, Bumpin' Mike Greenwell will be live tomorrow morning or sometime. I think he said morning.
After work.
Is it after work?
No, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Don't you have a job
catching
anymore?
some skipjack. That he is going to give almost all of those, since he won't give me the 50% off of his Bumpin' Mike Greenwell hat line. He's going to have to give me 50% of all the skipjack for not putting him through the wheel of death.
No, that's not going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chad. If you want to make the drive down to Canoton Dam and fish a tournament with me Sunday morning, we'll teach you how to bump.
There you go.
Oh, now what?
Yeah, I don't know. How far is Canoton from here?
It's probably another 45 minutes from Leavenworth.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's about, what did I say? Leavenworth was like 2 hours. That's not horrible. Bobcat, we got 3 minutes.
Sorry, I'm looking for my swivel.
Sorry.
Chris, give him a swivel.
It's important. The swivel's important.
It is important. Lee Evans, good evening, my friend. Glad to see you are still
This is a
wide
California
awake.
swivel I'm using.
Okay. Yeah, I have some of those.
I do not have those. I like those, though.
Yeah, you can get those at Tackle Bandit.
Can we put Bobcat 20 in there, too?
I don't think you can get 20. I don't think you can get 20% off there by doing that. But you notice where I'm putting my leader at. I'm not putting it in line. I'm putting it on the offset.
Yep.
On the T.
Why is that?
Because you want the sensitivity of the sinker. You want to feel the sinker.
You got that, Chris?
Good go.
In four, good buddy.
He's still licking his fingers from the pork chops.
I know. I think that's why he's taking his time with it. He's getting extra licks, like he's licking the line. He's licking his fingers. All right, so that'll go straight out, and then
that goes to a barrel swivel.
Okay,
this is called a speed swivel.
I like that type.
I like that. Where'd you get those at? Tackle Bandit?
Tackle Bandit carries. No, actually, I got these at Chubby Fish Outdoors. I don't think Tackle Bandit carries these. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get with Dave. I didn't see those.
Yep, he had them at the show at CatCon.
Hey, I'll get with him.
Yeah, get with Dave.
I love Chubby Fish Outdoors. They're awesome.
But then I normally use 17 from 20 for my dropper, but I only got 17 right now for my sinker dropper. I pull off a good piece of that. Said I usually use 20, but 17 will work. And just tie a loop on the end of the line to hold my sinker. You don't have to I don't really pay much attention to how I tie this on because your sinker's I don't get real fancy about it. Because your sinker, you're kind of sacrificing it anyways in case you get hung up.
Yeah. Well, I'm good at losing fingers, so.
what I like to do is run my sinker about half the length or less than my leader. So my dropper, I kind of want it about half the length of my leader. 12 to 18 inches.
Okay.
So that'd be my sinker where the end of my finger is at right here. About half the length of my leader. That's how I do it.
What pound test are you using for your sinker?
Like I said, I usually use 20, but I've got 17, so that's what I'm using.
Okay.
And that sinker dropper is actually more important when it comes to length than it is the length of your rig.
Yes,
Because
sir.
that's going to determine how far off the bottom you are. If you're in any type of current at all, especially a Demon Dragon, it does not provide enough flotation to raise your bait. That sinker, that dropper line is basically, so if you've got fish that are holding tight to the bottom, you may shorten that up to 10 inches.
Yep.
If you need to keep your bait low.
Yeah.
If you got,
if you've got it, if you've got it, I find that sinker dropper length also correlates directly to the size structure you're trying to fish in. If you got 3-foot rocks, don't tie a 10-inch sinker dropper, so you will be in trouble.
Yep,
another thing I like to have in the boat with me when I'm bumping is different size slip-on floats.
Yeah.
These have got the slots in them, and you can kind of, I've got my Demon Dragon on, so that's kind of static flotation. But if I want to increase the flotation or increase the weight, the pull on my bait, I can do that by adding floats, different size slip floats in front of or behind the Demon Dragon, and that'll help you regulate too. Like in some cases, when I'm bumping below the dam, I'll be bumping a ridge, and I've had times where I kind of hit a spot where I couldn't get the bait to go any further. So what I did was reel back in and put a float on there to help float that bait up and over that structure and pull that sinker off the bottom just a little bit more. And then I was able to walk that bait up and over that hump. So, carry some different size floats. That's a tip. I keep just nothing but a whole 2 pages in my bag of different size floats just for that reason. So you can regulate where your bait's at in the water column.
Well, that's pretty cool.
All your secrets, Bobcat. Don't be giving all your secrets away.
Well, that's what we're here for, to share.
Yeah, we had like 50 minutes of BS and making fun of Roger and picking on each other.
See, for all the people that's new to bumping, this is important. Okay, you want to be able to change your weight out quickly without having to cut your line every time. Yep. So you got a dropper loop like that. You just slide your sinker in there and you let it run around, the end of it. And then if you need to take a 2 ounce and change it to a 3 ounce, you just take it off and you change it out. So you're not constantly having to cut your line and retie on a sinker every time. Plus, too, I've found that by using either a bell sinker or even a bank sinker, a small bank sinker, like a 2 ounce bank sinker, the more line I have in contact with the neck of that sinker, the more I can feel it. I can feel the bottom easier. Mm-hmm. So I've got to where I'm actually bumping more with 2 ounce bank sinkers than I am the round sinkers, the cannonball sinkers.
Boys, we just lost the internet, or we just lost power. So,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we've got quite a storm coming through here right now. So,
but here's some different type of ball chain swivels. This is a hooker's terminal tackle ball and chain swivel, and then I've got the high speed swivels right here. Like I said, I got these from Chubby Fish Outdoors at CatCon, and then here's a different type of 3-way. I use these more for anchoring than I do for bumping. I like the ones like this. They both do the same thing. So
I definitely like that one better though.
But yeah, I think this one is probably got more movement in it. They both do the same thing, but just different, different ways of doing things.
Very cool.
Some folks will run a snap at the bottom of that bumping line, and you lose a lot of sensitivity. Don't do that.
I would not do that. Don't use quick snaps. Or don't use the, what are the paperclip looking ones called? Yeah,
Quick clips.
Yeah.
quick clip.
Yeah,
Don't use that.
Nope.
You
Chad,
want
that looks
that line
creepy,
in
buddy.
contact with the bottom.
Well, yeah, literally, we have no electric right now, so the only reason you can see me is the laptop screen is still on, and it's saying something went wrong. I'm like, yeah, jack wagging ain't in the freaking power.
Nice.
So, guys, I appreciate you coming in here. We will obviously see you guys on May 28th. Cannot wait. And obviously, you're invited back next week if you guys want to. That
Yeah,
is a
next week will
great
be the big week for y'all to talk smack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can get some of the other fellas that'll be on there to come in. But make sure you guys head over to Panfish Nation. Check them out. Trey is an awesome person to have on. If you haven't seen Fish Mac's YouTube channel, you're missing out. He's very, very good at editing and fishing and stuff like that. So it brings a different
Trey
element.
makes some awesome videos for sure.
He does. He's very, very skilled. So go over and check Trey out. Gentlemen, again, thank you guys for coming in tonight. Appreciate y'all.
See ya.
Appreciate
Later.
you guys.
See you. I can't find. It's dark in here.
You want me to butcher?